Hey everybody, welcome back to the pod. As you can see, it's just us two again. Our setup is different. I feel like every time we're on here, there's some little
We're
bit of
experimenting.
difference, but again, we're experimenting to see what works best.
Let us know what you think. I think this is like a good vibe. It's like a little panel interview
It's
talk
giving me throwback Thursday vibes of like how we used to
podcast.
but times 10. I'm just saying times 10. So today we have a cool episode. We have like some segments in this episode, I feel.
It's almost like an accumulation of things that we've been wanting to talk about to each other, but we just like she'll start talking and I'll be like, wait, let's discuss it on the pod.
So just wait till we go on the pod. Like it's like fucking 2 weeks. I'm gonna forget what I'm like saying, but
first things first, I want to say that like we're trying out, and I want to talk about this just because like I want to update people on like how we've been talking about trying to like build the brands and blah blah blah. But we've been trying out this new TikTok strategy. We're gonna see how it works. But anyways, one of the content videos that we made for this new like TikTok strategy that we're doing is trying international foods because we've seen it all over TikTok, and I love watching people eat on TikTok. I don't know what it is, but it's just like
especially when it's like weird food.
It's
Not
weird-
weird, but
not
different food that like we wouldn't usually have. Like for example, we had that viral drink on TikTok where you what is it? Like you slam the glass bottle and then like the bottle cap drops and it's like fizzy pop. We had marshmallow strings, we had like crystal candy. What else do we have?
we had these like expired date
Date
squares. Like it was
Those-
fucking nasty. And then there was like chicken and
Tomato
chips,
from
which
China.
they were pretty good. And then there was oh my god, peanut butter, like a peanut butter juice box or something.
Yeah, like straight peanuts. That was
Whatever. Anyway, so my point is go check out our TikTok page because we're gonna continue to post like fun like content like that. Anyways, let's get into it.
okay. Weekly updates. I feel like every time we have a weekly update, it's just a new TV show that we've been watching, and mine is Game of Thrones. And I know I'm very, very late to the wave because I feel like everybody watches Game of Thrones, and me and my boyfriend, like me and Francie, are watching it. And like every time we tell people, yeah, we're watching Game of Thrones, so like you are like 3 years late on that. When did it come out? Last
A while ago.
Yeah. But I love it. I think it's so good. And like, it's not a show that I would usually like because there's so much blood and so much killing. And it's actually like you see everything. Like it's disgusting. And sometimes like it can get boring because of like the way they talk is so like we had to put subtitles on because we had no idea what they were saying. We couldn't understand a word they were saying. But it is very interesting. But let's spark a convo of who is the worst / unlikable TV character or movie character to exist. Because mine is Joffrey Bartholomew. Is his name
I
Bartholomew?
have no clue.
It's not Bartholomew, but Joffrey from Game of
Bartholomew?
It's definitely not that. But Joffrey from Game of Thrones, that little shit. I literally just want to punch him in the face. He's so annoying. I'm not going to say what he did in case like people want to watch
People
it.
already watch it. Just say it.
He killed Ned when he said he wouldn't kill Ned, and it just really pissed me off. I hate him. And he's a bastard big baby, which means that like the king had a baby with a different woman, not the queen, and then like he was born. Or no, I'm sorry. The queen had a baby with a different man. Between Joffrey.
So ugly.
Sam, that's rude. But the queen had a baby with a different man, not the king. And the man was a brother because there's so much incest in the show.
He's a product of incest, right?
There's so many products of incest. The show's all of incest. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, he's putting. Yeah, the show's so incest. Like it's
so incest.
But anyways, he's the worst character of all time. But people have to start separating character from actor because I heard he's gotten death threats and apparently he's not acting anymore. Like because of Game of other than
Really?
Game of Thrones.
Because
think
of it,
about
though?
well, no, think about it. That guy is going to be known as Joffrey his whole life. Like in every TV show, people are going to be like,
It's
"Oh my god, that's
hard.
Joffrey!" Like
It's hard because when you star in like a TV show like that or any TV show really for like a long period of time, you're known as that character. Like it's really hard for you to kind of shake that. You know what I mean?
How about Vampire Diaries? Ian and Paul Wesley will always be known as Damon and Stefan because everybody loved them. That's like most people's guy crush is like.
I'm sorry, that sentence. What?
Sorry, everybody loves them, and they're everybody's like man crush.
Yeah.
Stefan and Damon Salvatore. So like when I see Paul Wesley, sometimes I'm always like, oh my god, Stefan, but like it's not Stefan, that's Paul Wesley.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know Joffrey's actor's name. I just know him as Joffrey. So it's hard to get into big roles. Paul Wesley had that role on like Happily Ever After or
That was
whatever.
apparently a good show, but I don't know. I
It
just
got
didn't-
discontinued though because people probably just like that's Stefan
they don't
Salvatore.
relate to whatever role he's playing.
I think he's gay. Paul Wesley.
Why? Which is fine.
Which is fine, but I just think he's gay
he
because
was married.
he was married, he got divorced, and now he's like with a model
Wait, he's
who's
dating
a
someone
lot
again?
younger. Yeah, who's a lot younger than him. But I've heard like speculation that he might be gay.
Wait, but he just got divorced.
Yeah, he's already with somebody else. Gives me fuckboy
Oh.
vibes. But I don't know, he might be gay.
Maybe. My TV show character, I picked 2. Number 1 is, for all the girlies out there, used to watch One Tree Hill.
Oh my god, you're gonna
Alex
say
from One Tree Hill.
Oh no, I thought
Not
you were
Dan Scott. Like, honestly, Dan Scott's not that bad. Alex
Who's
from One Tree
Alex?
Hill. The singer that comes in and tries to steal Brooke Davis's man.
Can I see a picture?
Yeah, Jonna Kramer. Which, I don't like her either. Like, I don't
I
like the
hate
real
Dan
person.
Hill. What's his name? Sorry.
Daniel.
What's his
Dan
name?
Scott.
I hate Dan Scott. Dan Scott was an evil villain. I just felt bad when he had his heart attack because I was sad. Like, felt bad for him. No.
You don't remember her? You don't remember
Wait, isn't that
her?
the main character?
She's one of the main characters later on. Like, she tries to seduce Brooke Davis's like husband all the time.
Wait, isn't that Dan's like what girlfriend or wife?
No, that's a different.
Oh, they
girl.
look exactly alike.
Okay, anyways, for you guys who used to watch One Tree Hill back in the day, she was like literally every time she came on the screen, I can't. Now she has a podcast and I listen to it. It's called Wind Down with Jonna Kramer. She got divorced and she was really sad about it. And I like listening to her because she expressed her feelings about it and how her husband was like a cheater and he was like, this can bring up a really sensitive topic, but her husband was basically cheating on her once and they made it known to the public, and her husband is Mike something. He's like this famous football player.
Mike Tyson? Who's Mike Tyson?
Are you kidding me?
Who's Mike Tyson?
I don't even really know.
Okay, so why are you laughing at me? It
Because I
probably
know
is a
Mike
basketball
Tyson's
player.
No, Mike Tyson's a wrestler, right?
I don't know.
Boxer. He's a boxer.
Oh,
I knew that.
yes.
I knew that. Anyways, what was I saying?
Football player,
Put Jonna Kramer's ex-husband.
Well, Jonna.
Jana.
Ex-husband. Mike Cosson.
Yeah,
Okay, I
Mike
would never
Cosson.
guess that. Oh, he
So-
looks familiar, this guy.
Yeah, because he's actually famous. Anyway, so he cheated on her while they were married, and she wrote a whole book, and she talked about it on her podcast, and they stayed together, and they were working through it. And I used to listen to it because I was like, oh, this is kind of like a different perspective. Like, usually, like, people would break up, and like, I respected the way she was opening up about it. But she would ream into him on the podcast, and like everyone on the podcast, like her producers, like sometimes on podcast producers like talk,
Yeah.
you know, so like they were all reaming into him all the time, and I'm like, why are you still married to him if you're like resenting him so much? I don't know, it just left me a bad taste in my mouth because then everyone would give him hate, and he didn't have social media because he was always like getting berated, and then in the end he ended up cheating on her and they got divorced again. He cheated on her because he was a sex addict.
I don't think she cheated. Okay, no.
That's literally
he
they
didn't
worked
cheat
through-
on her
He
because-
went to rehab for sex addiction. So,
But
is
then
that
why
a
can't you just
thing?
have sex with your wife like all the time?
Yeah, if you're
Like, why
addicted
do you need? You're addicted to having sex with other people.
Okay.
People are addicted to porn and they're addicted to like sex and all that stuff. But like, I don't know. I think there's a fine line that like, and that can be different. I feel like
I
that'd
think we
be a
need to
good.
have like an expert, like a sex expert,
Ooh, what's a good idea?
sex addict expert. Okay,
Maybe we can have that.
second TV character, Jenny Humphreys.
Oh, someone said that. Sofaz Laurie said that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Jenny Humphreys is just such a pick me, choose me emo girl. I can't with her. Like, I honestly can't with the eyeliner around her eyes, like a
I
fucking
like her. I
raccoon.
didn't
Her
actually like-
character was redundant. Nobody cared. Like,
I
absolutely
didn't
nobody
mind
cared.
her. I think she was trying to like she represented like the slums of New York almost.
She
like,
wasn't in the slums. She lived in Brooklyn, which was
Yeah,
a
with
nice
the slums-
gentrified apartment.
But I'm saying like compared to wherever the east side or west side, wherever they live.
It was just cringy as fuck. Anyways, those are my two. Do you have any others?
Lily Salvatore from Vampire Diaries. Hate her. The mom.
Lily.
The mom of
She wasn't
Damon.
significant enough.
Yeah, I didn't like her.
Honestly, Elena from Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, Elena. Who else don't I like? I don't really watch shows where I'm like, I hate you kind of thing.
One show that I do really like lately
Anne
is
Hathaway.
she just hates Anne Hathaway in general, which I don't know why you hate
I
on her.
don't like her face. I just don't like her. She bothers me. Katherine Heigl. I don't
I
like.
love Katherine Heigl.
Um,
What's the reason? Like, have you seen
just-
their movies?
I have. The only
You don't like The Devil Wears Prada?
No, I love that movie. I just don't like her.
You don't like 27 Dresses?
Love that movie. Don't like her. I heard she was a bitch too. In person.
The Ugly Truth?
I heard.
I told you that she was a bitch.
Yeah.
Apparently on Grey's Anatomy, she was a huge bitch.
Okay, so Jenny Humphrey, somebody put Aunt Lydia. Who's Aunt Lydia?
Who's Aunt Lydia? Look it up.
Someone put Nicolas Cage. Again, not a character, but you like. I guess you don't.
I think
like
people
Nicolas
just
Cage.
like to hate him.
Why?
I don't know. Everyone just hates on him, but like I think he's kind of nice.
How do you know I've met him?
I don't know.
Who the hell is Aunt Lydia? The Handmaid's Tale.
Watch that.
Oh, I don't watch that, but
apparently it's good. Yeah.
okay. Well, I have some others that here. Wait, okay. So we got Beans. You know Beans
From Even Stevens.
From
Oh
Even
my God,
Stevens.
that guy's face actually scares me.
We have Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory, which I can kind of see that.
I've never watched that.
There's a show on Netflix called Young Sheldon in France. He wants to watch it all the time.
Is it
I'm
about
not
him?
yeah, when he was younger.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'm not watching that. That's like not interesting.
Is he a genius?
Well, his character's a genius. I don't think he's actually a genius.
Okay, thanks.
Jenny Humphrey, Joffrey Baratheon. That's Baratheon. Ugh, like.
You discussed him. Ew.
And then, if you watch, oh my God, what's her name?
Orange is the New Black.
Oh my God, what's her name?
Piper.
Though? Piper Chapman.
The name's right there.
Oh, Piper Chapman.
Anyways, there's a lot.
Wait, Michael Scott was on the list, which like I don't know how you can hate Michael Scott's character. He's the best
From The
character ever
Office?
known to man. Yeah, I love Michael
He's
Scott.
yeah, just sometimes it's too cringe or just like I saw.
Anyways, that's that. But that's my new show that I've been loving to watch. Do you have any of the weekly updates? Oh, also sorry, today on a meeting, I was so embarrassed. I was off mute and I was just tired. And we are discussing like a meeting, and I was supposed to be heavily involved in this meeting because it's like my project. And out of nowhere, I go, off mute. And everyone just goes silent. I was like, like they were on camera. I wasn't on camera. Everyone just stares at me. I was like, I clicked off mute. I'm like, no one said anything because like they're pretty chill, but like I was pretty embarrassed because that just seems like, you know.
Yeah, I don't really have any weekly updates. I'm trying to think, to be honest. I'm like moving, so I guess that's a weekly update, and it hasn't really sunk in yet that I'm like that I'm moving. I'm just kind of like chilling, and
Everyone's
everyone's just
sunk into me either. I'm like, yeah, it's just
everyone's
moving.
just asking me.
Everyone's asking me, how do you feel? Like,
Everyone's like,
oh
oh my God, you're moving. Oh my God. I was like, oh. They're like, have you packed? I'm like, no. Should I be packing? They're like, oh my God, let me help you. And it's so nice because like your friends are like, you really like see like your friends want to help you, you know? But like, I just feel like people are asking me like, did you buy this furniture? Did you buy a coffee table? Did you buy a mattress? My mom's like, did you buy all your pots and pans? And I'm just like, should I be worried? Because I have not done any of this stuff yet. And I feel like, I don't know, it's all just
like
gonna.
it's a do as you go kind of.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't think moving needs to be so stressful. I mean, it is stress. Like, I am stressed. I'm just not acting on the stress yet. I'm trying to still take it like day by day. I've never moved before. I've never even moved from like my family home. Oopsie. My family home before. Like, I think we moved to like the GTA area when I was like 8 from like downtown.
We don't remember that.
But like, I've literally lived in the same house from 8 to 26. Also, everyone thinks I'm 22. Sorry, that's a
23.
random thought. Yesterday, we went on live on TikTok and everyone was thinking I was like 22, 23.
Compliment.
That's pretty good.
I got 21, which is
No,
only 2 years
they thought you were older than me.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they
said,
did. They all thought. They
no,
thought.
they said right 21 and left is 23.
No, I was the younger one.
Sam,
Okay, Fred,
if you
whatever.
were
I'm like,
23, then what was I, 30? Like they said 21. I was 21. They go right 21, left is 23. But you were my age and I was 21.
Okay, anyways.
We're fighting over who's
yeah.
older. Like I don't really give a fuck. But anyways.
I don't really care either. Yeah, so that's kind of my like the major update in my life, and it'll probably be the update for the next few weeks because it's gonna take some time. I also am just like not that girl that like has Pinterest boards of like what they want their furniture to look like. Like I have a Pinterest board, but I don't know what to do with it. I'm just like, do I organize this into sub boards by room? Like, what do I do? And like, not gonna lie, I don't know, like the decor and like buying furniture part is all fun, but like all the other like more serious stuff is actually stressful. So I'm like trying to distract myself with like making Pinterest boards, but it's just not me. So I'm like, okay, this is not working out. Like I'm just like a little bit stressed, but I'm trying to just like, again, take it day by day and just like see what the fuck happens. I think my mom does not realize that I'm not going to be in the house anymore. And she was literally like, Sam, you need to be home this weekend. I'm like, Mom, like I don't.
Yeah. So all the hard work's going to be on me. So I'm so excited for that. Very excited.
Yeah, have fun.
super excited actually, especially with Kiki because my mom thinks Kiki's a baby. Like I have to be home every night so that Kiki's not alone, and it's gonna be interesting.
I also want to share a factoid that I learned and wrote about in my Untethered Soul interactive journal. And it's about facing problems. Okay. So,
Okay, go.
um, it was talking about like how you face problems like in your day to day, especially if you're someone who like gets like anxious really fast. Like, are you someone who like if something happens, like whether it's at work or with Kiki, which I think you are, or like with mom, like let's say Kiki like swallows something she shouldn't have, or you get a message at work and you're like, oh fuck, like do you easily get anxious about stuff like that?
Yeah,
Like, can it
all the
like,
time.
huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. So same. So like if at work, like I see a message come in, it's like, did you not do this? And like it's not in that way, but it's kind of like reminding me of something. I'll instantly start getting like, oh my God, there's a problem. Like my body goes into fight or flight. Or if I see, I don't know, if one of my friends says something like that's a bit triggering, I can go into anxiety. Or even Fran, like I notice like if she's about to tell me something that's gonna annoy me, like I can get like my heart rate can start go up with anxiety really fast. Like I don't know, like today she called me on the way here telling me something that didn't work. And I was like about to get really cheesed. And I was like, okay, let me just not, because I was starting to get anxiety about it. And what I learned from reading this book and like doing the interactive journal is that like when you're faced with a problem like that, it's not really a problem until you make it one. So when you're faced with something that's about to trigger your like fight or flight, anxiousness, like stressful situation, instead of asking yourself, how can I solve this problem? You'd say to yourself, what part of me is disturbed by this situation? When you ask yourself what part of me is disturbed by this situation, you're figuring out the deep root core cause of why these types of things like spark your anxiety, your anger, or your stress. Whereas if you like immediately go to how can I solve this problem, you're bringing fruition to the problem. Like you're making it a problem. You know what I mean? That you need to solve. And so like it can come from like when you're saying like what part of me is disturbed, it can come from like the jealous part of you. Like maybe you're jealous that like somebody's going to do something better than you, so you need to fix this problem right now. Maybe it comes from the side of you that experienced trauma with something. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm, that makes sense. And I want to tie that into something.
mhm.
We went to the strip club.
Oh yeah,
So me and Sam went to a strip club. Well, not me and Sam together. We're
just
at
a
friends.
group of us.
Okay, we're at Friendsgiving on
Okay,
Saturday.
you don't need to like just.
Okay,
just
sorry.
You know what
I don't
mean?
want to
Maybe
make it like we
maybe
didn't
some
go.
people
We
don't want
didn't,
to know that they want people
okay,
to know they
sorry.
went to a fucking strip
We
club.
didn't go like we don't go here every night. Like it wasn't a whim. It was 5 minutes away from where we were. Like let's just go. We were kind of tipsy,
It
whatever.
wasn't like weird
We're
like
with
that.
our
Like
boyfriends. Yeah, it was fine. But I'm not gonna lie. I got jealous when that stripper went up to Francie and was like, "You wanna lap?" Like I
so
was
you
like,
did.
so listen. But the part of me that I got started getting the anxiety that you were talking about,
Like
that
when it starts like
that like flyery fear, and I was like, oh my God, but I don't want to look because I want to seem jealous. But like, why? Why don't I want to seem jealous when a half naked girl, any other right person in their mind, guy or girl, would feel a little bit irritated, like a half naked girl going up to her boyfriend and being like, hey babe, wanna like lap? Like get the fuck out, right? Like that's what I feel. So even now, I just get sweaty thinking about it
really?
because I don't want to. This is the thing. I like I'm secure in my relationship and I trust for like Fran, obviously like my boyfriend, but any girl or any guy wouldn't feel like happy or like would feel a little sensation in them like of jealousy if they were in that situation. If a half naked girl or guy went up to their partner and like started feeling them up, like obviously it's normal for that to happen, but I feel like girls cannot be jealous or like you're looked as like psycho or
Yeah.
like insecure or you don't trust your like boyfriend and it's like you want to be the chill cool like let's be the chill
Yeah,
cool
but then it's
girlfriend.
also weird being like the overly chill girlfriend. Like, yeah, go get a lap
wait,
dance.
wait.
Like, what?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
please, like I don't know, like that's fine if you're like that, but like I wouldn't
mean,
say
yeah,
that
yeah,
you're
that's
more
fine.
secure than I am in my relationship just because you say that. Like I have boundaries in my relationship like a lot of people do, but like going back to my main point, like I think it's okay for people to feel jealous if
You can
know,
identify that that's what you're feeling.
yeah, like at first I was angry at him. I'm like, why am I angry at you? You're not like poor you. You're not doing anything. Like you're
Yeah.
here. It's inevitable.
We chose to come here. We
chose
kind
to
of
come
brought
here.
you here.
We chose to come here. It's inevitable. Like girls go up to all the guys there. Like for me looking, I don't care. Me and Sam were like everyone was having a good old time looking. That's what they're there for. But like just seeing that actual action, it did make me a bit like jealous. I didn't even want to admit to him that I was jealous. I was just like, no, I'm okay. But like after I said it, like not jealous where it's like, mine, you know what I mean? But just kind of like,
It's that
you
feeling,
have a
like,
sensational feeling.
you get that sunken feeling in different situations too. You know what I mean?
Not only that, exactly, it can be with anything, with work, with relationship, with anything. But my thing was like, why am I trying to hide this right now? Like, it's almost like a normal human feeling. I care about my boyfriend. I care about my relationship. I don't want another girl on him, obviously, who's half naked. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, why do I have to pretend that I'm not feeling jealous? Like, cool. Like, yeah, like, oh my God, love this for you. You know what
I
I
think
mean?
that a bad way to handle a situation like that is to let that feeling of like what I was talking about, let that feeling turn into a problem. Like you feel that sunken feeling or that like heartbeat flutter feeling, and then you start to like just make it a problem and you're angry
That's
and
what
you're
I
like,
was doing.
why the fuck are you talking to that girl? Like
No,
that's not the way to go
I
to.
didn't say it like that, but I
No,
was.
no. I'm saying that would have been like the wrong way that this book is telling you to like deal with the problems.
Yeah.
It would like you
Or
act
just, like,
immediately on the problem,
just be, like, in a
rather
bad-
than sitting there and being like, what about this is making me feel like it's a problem? What part of me is disturbed by this situation? And you said it's the part of me that's jealous. Like I'm jealous, and that's fine. I'm just
Also,
jealous.
you know, I'm not going to go too much into it, but it's part of me in my past. It's kind of deal with similar situations where like it wasn't handled as well as like he handled something. So it's a flight or fight response. Like it triggers me a little bit, but like I'm not gonna sit there and make a fuss about the whole night because a girl went up to him and like they were doing that to everybody. They're doing it to Roman. They're doing it to everyone who was
Yeah.
there. So like, who really gives a fuck about that? But I'm just saying, like, as women and even as men in a relationship, I don't think you should hide if you're feeling jealous. Like, it just shows that you care. There's a difference, I think, when you're like overly jealous, overly bearing, and like
and controlling.
controlling. That's a whole different story, and that I think is definitely toxic. But like, jealousy is normal in a relationship. Normalize it. Don't feel embarrassed, and like, don't let your ego get the best of you in your relationship where you're like, I don't care, do whatever you want. And then you're like resenting them for it. Like,
And then they actually do whatever they want to that extent, and then you're like, why the fuck did you do that? Like I
oh,
didn't
because
want you
you're
to do
chill.
that.
Like, you don't care. Like,
Yeah.
no, like
I think that it's okay and like healthy to set boundaries and be like, this is something that I'm not really okay with. If this I'm not talking about the strip club, but like just anything.
in
And
general.
if your partner is like, well, this is something that I really want to do, then you discuss it, and then that's how you meet at a boundary. And I think that that's how relationships like sustain. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
like an example that I could use, like as it relates to what I just said, but the problem thing is like, when I was younger and me and Roman were dating, there used to be situations where like he would go out to like clubs and things, and like back then like our friend groups weren't as merged as they are now. Like they're merged, but like his friend group would go out with like people, and then my friend group would go out with people or something like that, right? And I would get like, if we weren't texting like at least every couple of hours, or like he didn't answer me till the morning or something, I would get like this heat, like would just like fill my body. If I didn't wake up in the morning and if I woke up in the morning and there wasn't a text there, I would just start getting like heated, and I would automatically get mad. Like, what did you do? Like, what's going on? Like things like that. And like, I feel like back then it was because I was triggered by like my past and just like insecurities that I had. Whereas now, like, I don't let that happen anymore. Like, I genuinely, I'm not trying to say like I don't care, but I don't care because I know that I can't be stressed over things that I can't control. You know
No,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like, you can't control someone and be like, text me every hour on the hour, text me every 5 minutes, like, do this, do
No.
that. Like, you can't do that. You need to set boundaries. And like, because we went through that, and like, he was like, listen, like, I'm not, like, when I'm out with my friends, I'm out with my friends. I might not be able to text you all the
Yeah.
time. And I kind of was like, okay, like, I trust you. And like, I don't need to make this a problem. This problem was coming from a place of insecurity in me. I don't need to like portray it onto you. And I think this also comes with maturing. I'm talking about when I was like 20, like 18, 19, 20. But, and then like, going through that and discussing that is how you come out of the boundaries. But I think you have to like go through those things. Like maybe you and Francie have gone through that where like you've outwardly portrayed your jealousy as anger on him.
We haven't. Like, we have, like, like my boyfriend have never been to a strip club together.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying the scenario we were in. We have never been in that scenario before where like I've physically seen a girl come up to him before. Like, it's never happened.
But I'm saying in
So, like,
general, there's like other
I'm not
things.
saying that like it wouldn't happen when I'm like it hasn't happened when I'm there. You know what I mean? So like for that, I realized like why am I feeling a bit heated right now? Okay, it's normal that I feel this way, but I'm not going to portray it on him or on like other people. I'm going to communicate it. He handled it well. Like what am I really going to do? Like we're at the place that we're at, and I feel like as long as you communicate your boundaries, it's fine. For me, my boundary, and I feel like a lot of girls are like this. I'm sure I know you are like this too. Is like places like that, like. I wouldn't
Listen,
appreciate.
you can look, but like, please don't like touch. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
and
I just
also,
feel
I
like,
wouldn't appreciate like that being an every night, guys' night, weekend kind of thing. Like, why do you need to do that every fucking night on a weekend? Like,
I think that if you go once in a while, like I think it's not even about like the strippers. I think it's actually just like a good time. Like people get
no, it
like way
is.
more hyped up for some reason, maybe because they see like
It's
titties
because
flying everywhere. But
that's
I mean,
why.
like,
Because that's fine. Like, I don't care about that part. It's just like it's almost the reason the thing where it's like you wouldn't want like your partner going clubbing every single night. It's the same kind of shit. You know what
and
I
that's
mean?
again, that's okay to say that. Like people are just like so like, oh my god, no, like it's fine, I'm fine. It's like no. Do you really want your boyfriend going clubbing every single fucking night or every single weekend? Let's say that's more realistic.
That's
Like
what I'm saying.
every single weekend. It's just like no. Unless you like going clubbing every single weekend, then maybe that's the thing you do. But I just think that it's okay to say that. Like I personally wouldn't like I wouldn't say no, but I would express like, listen, this isn't the type of lifestyle I want to live. And like I think we both know that. And I think he, like my boyfriend expresses to me the type of lifestyle that he likes, and I respect that too. Like, for example, Rome and Francie are the same in the sense that they both like are obsessed with gaming. I think like that's a boundary that like me and Fran both have to respect. Like I know there's a lot of people and like even I feel this way sometimes. It's like, do you really need to game today? Like I want to do shit. Like there's shit I want to do. Do you need to do this? Or do you need to go on Discord and like do all these things? I feel like we're like weirdly talking about them without them here. Is that weird?
They're a big part of our life, and we're
Okay.
keeping it.
Anyways, like I
so
was
don't
saying,
really give a fuck. Like,
like I was like,
that's what, but why? Like, why? This is my point. Like,
no,
why?
no,
do you,
no. I just mean like
no. But I'm just saying, like, why do you feel like weird that we're talking about?
no, I meant like I wish that they were in on this convo so
they
that
were
they
supposed
could
to be
say
here,
what
but
they feel about us. But anyways, like I was saying, they're big gamers, right? And something that like Roman has told me before in the past is like gaming is like a part of my life. It's the thing that like releases my anxiety.
Mhm.
So you're gonna have to be okay with me gaming like 4 hours a week or like for a whole Thursday night or a whole Friday night, like once in a while. Like you're gonna have to be okay with it, like at least once a week. I know he does it way more than once a week, but still. I'm like, okay, like at first I was like, this is so annoying. Like we could be like doing something else or like we could be going for dinner. And then like, you know, after a couple years, I'm like, you know what? Like this is why would I want to impose on something that like he loves and that releases his anxiety? Like if your boyfriend or partner says that about something that you like to do and like you set a boundary with them and they don't respect it, you're like, listen, this is my boundary. I love podcasting. This is what I do on Wednesday nights. Sorry, we can't chill. And they're like, okay, like fuck you, that you get in a fight, then that's not a good relationship for you. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? You probably feel the same way because like you had to get used to Francie being someone who like games a lot, not a lot. I don't know
When
how
I was
much he
saying
games,
when we
but
first started talking, like he wouldn't answer me for hours, and I'd be like,
yeah, Fran would be like, "Is Rome gaming with Francie?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine. Like they're gaming. Like
yeah,
it's
I was
fine."
like, what the fuck? But like, obviously, I got used to it, and like, same thing. Like, I'm also just starting up soccer again. I haven't played in like a year, and I'm starting it on Sundays and Wednesdays, plus the podcast like on Tuesdays. So it's gonna be a lot too. But that's something that like I care about, and that's almost like my like personal space. Volunteering as well, like that's like my like cave. You know, people like guys have their man cave that when they just want to shut down and release stress, they play games, they watch football,
Go out
they
with their friends,
go out with their
whatever it is.
friends, whatever the fuck you want to do. Like Francis is gaming, mine is volunteering / playing soccer. So you just
I think
gotta
that the point of this convo is that like if you feel like you have a problem with something in general, relationships, wherever, work, blah blah blah, just realize where that is coming from within you and address that rather than address like the problem or the person in the situation. And then once you've addressed that within yourself, whether that's your jealous self, your traumatic self, whatever it is, then you can go and adjust the person in the situation because you'll have more of a clear head.
also don't be afraid to feel emotions. You're human in a relationship. Like if you're jealous, if you're feeling anxious, even if you're feeling a bit insecure and just need a bit of reassurance from like your partner, like ask them. Like you're not insecure for feeling insecure. I feel insecure from time to time. I'm
Everyone
sure
feels
everybody
insecure.
does. Like maybe needs a
And it
little.
doesn't and not necessarily about your looks, but
No, it
just
just
about
means
anything.
in general. It doesn't mean you're an insecure person, that you're needy and that like, oh, you're not secure in your relationship. No, you're a human and you're feeling emotion. So if you're jealous, express it. If you're anxious, express it. If you're angry, express it. I think you should just communicate. That's something I'm really, really working on, and it's been a life changer. So that's my little rant.
Anyways, mic drop. I think we're at time with that random convo that we had. We weren't even supposed to like go there,
We
but
really
I mean,
talk
like,
about that, but I mean, like,
cool.
spark a conversation. So
Anyways, do you have anything else you want to say?
not really. No.
We hope that we can get some cool guests on in the next couple weeks, which I think we have some lined up. So stay tuned for that. And then what other updates do
That's it.
we have? Odd. Oh, it's only
Should we do an
November.
ASMR video here? I think that'd be cool. Just get a bunch of stuff like
a bonus. Like it won't be the podcast episode.
that sound good? I think we should do it as a bonus
Not on
episode.
the, like we can go like
Like for jokes, like we
be quiet.
Okay, go. Yeah, that's like making me tingle. I love ASMR. I think we should do it. Anyways,
Wait,
guys.
you could probably put the headphones on and hear it. Can you just do it for 1 sec?
Oh, well.
Stand by.
Okay.
Please don't break them. Fran.
I don't want to break them. Oh, I got it. No,
Yeah,
that's not
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's not it. No. Okay, it's fine. Just
Anyways.
we'll do that as like a mini, maybe like a mini clip.
Yeah, like a side episode to the main podcast episode, but
All right, guys. See you next time.